For those of you who don't know, Ripple is involved in more than just the lawsuit against the SEC that we talk about on this channel. Small owners are going to court. A lawsuit says that XRP is a security because the court just approved certification. In this case, I want to talk about a new development because this case is already getting a lot of attention. I want to talk about what it means and where it stands before any FUD starts spreading on Twitter. I want to talk about the details of what is going on. I also want to talk about a recent ruling in a case that could have major effects. This will have a big effect not only on the Bitcoin business, but on all of us in the future. Watch the whole video until the end. I want to start this video because I want to talk about how this is such an important choice, by talking about some great sticks. It seems like people don't pay enough attention to the news from 24 hours of crypto. Cryptocurrency people have been keeping an eye on the XRP burn rate, which is about 24 hours, and I don't think this is talked about enough. For those of you who don't know, I'm not sure how you would know, but I do know that new people move into this neighborhood every day. The overall number of people who live here has grown by a third in the past year. At first, there had to be 100 billion XRP, but since then, there have been less than 100 billion. Because of this, XRP is a deflationary currency. A small amount of XRP is burned and taken out of circulation for good every time an XRP exchange is made. 24 hours of cryptocurrency is keeping an eye on the rate at which XRP is being burned from the general supply to figure out how much XRP has been burned from the overall supply in the last 30 days. Before 24 hours had passed, crypto started to track. About a month ago, when he took this measure, he found that about 100,000 XRP had been burned. He just did that estimate today because he had to wait 30 days to figure out how many XRP had been burned. In that time, 24,700 XRP were lost. The amount of XRP being burned from the total supply is going up pretty quickly, so this is pretty important. The first thing I want to say about this is that I have a feeling that as the XRP ledger becomes more popular, this will only speed up and faster, and it will have a huge impact on XRP and other cryptocurrency groups in the long run. People say that XRP has bad token economics and is very inflationary everywhere. Ignore this claim. The world, but nothing could be further from the truth. Every day, burns takes away more XRP from the total supply, so XRP is becoming exponentially less valuable. People often use Ripple's XRP as an example to say that increasing its supply will cause inflation, but that's not even true. Most of the XRP held in Ripple's escrow has already been sold on the open market, which means that it has already affected the price of XRP. So when Ripple sells XRP, the system doesn't get any XRP. Only when we burn XRP, like I'm doing right now, does the amount of XRP on the ledger change, which means there is less XRP. Overall, I'm bringing this up because I don't understand why XRP gets such a bad reputation for its tokenomics. The tokenomics of XRP are far better than those of Ethereum. Ethereum has a direct effect on inflation, and the supply of Bitcoin in the system is shrinking, so I think XRP has better tokenomics than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is never burned. Each transaction rewards miners with Bitcoin, but because they need to buy more electricity, they just sell that Bitcoin. With the amount of inflation the world has seen in the past few years, I don't think it's possible to IG. Sort Ledger is one of the few coins that works to stop inflation. It's a favorite of mine. It means that the XRP you and I own is becoming more and more rare every day. This is just something I wanted to say because as XRP becomes more popular and starts to work with larger institutions that do more high-value transactions, the burn rate will increase quickly. This will make the XRP that you and I hold worth more. Now let's talk about the class action lawsuit against Ripple, since the plaintiff in this lawsuit claimed that Ripple sold XRP as a security, which caused him to lose money. The class action lawsuit was suspicious from the start, but the truth was that this man wasn't even an investor. He was a day trader, and he only kept XRP for 4 or 5 days before he lost money on his deal. However, I went to a judge and said, "Oh, Ripple sold me an illegal security." Put XRP on the stock market so I can get my money back. That had nothing to do with Ripple, of course. I thought that everything was only a big hit on XRP. Some Bitcoin and Ethereum maxi wanted to try to get a regulatory edge for his favorite cryptocurrency, so he went day trading with a few $100s, lost some money, and then filed a lawsuit. Against Ripple, well, the story that's going around tries to make it sound like this case has any merit, but the truth is that it doesn't. The most important thing to know is that the court made it clear that they would not move forward with this case until the Ripple SEC problem was fixed. They will do this because no lower court will try to make a decision that will stop the Ripple SEC case from going forward. Instead, the result of the Ripple SEC case will be made public, including where XRP is going in the future. Won't be paid for by a small class action lawsuit, and all of these small cases will change the decision in Ripple's SEC case. If the Ripple SEC case finds that XRP is not a security, this is a fact. This case will be thrown out because it doesn't have any merit. If XRP is seen as a security, maybe some of these buyers will be able to get their $200 back. I just wanted to show you how useless this case is. The idea that XRP is a security will never be accepted by these first-year lawyers who are already having trouble proving that. Securities rules say that he can say in his case that they are making up the argument, which is why they are having so much trouble. John Deaton recently sent out another great thread of tweets showing why the coin itself is so important. XRP, LTC, and XRPi are not securities, and I think it's crazy that so many people are trying to get ahead by criticizing Ripple and calling XRP a security, when every single case since the Howey test was made has shown that the asset itself is not a security. In the end, this case will just be a gimmick and another attempt to stop Ripple from growing. I think it will fail badly, and I hope it comes back to bite those who are trying to hurt the XRP group in Ripple so they can finish up. In this video, I want to talk about a very important case that was just settled. Even though this doesn't have anything to do with cryptocurrency in particular, I think it will have a big effect on the industry as a whole. A U.S. district court has ruled that the FBI and AHS can't ask, encourage, pressure, or cause social media sites to take down anything with protected free speech. Important choice, and this happened on July 4th. Been a big problem for many years, so this choice is important. The U.S. government forced social media sites to put limits on what people could talk about on their sites, which was just ruled to be illegal. Which is a big win for freedom of speech, is now why I'm even. This is being brought up because it has to do with a change in the law right now. The judges are fighting back right now, fiercely against the government going too far. As the U.S. government tries to force itself on U.S. citizens, we are seeing decision after decision to shut down the U.S. government. This is important because, in my opinion, this trend will also affect the Bitcoin market. We've seen the SEC try to go way beyond its authority and put an end to cryptocurrencies as an asset class. I think this ruling is the first of many against the U.S. government, where the courts will finally start to stop them from going too far. This is important because if things had gone differently, the courts might have agreed with the U.S. government. After all, that would have been the easiest thing to do. In that case, the courts would have had no trouble approving everything the U.S. government did. We are very lucky that the courts are making it hard, but right, to decide what to do. They don't want to work with the U.S. government. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that the Bitcoin business will have the same thing that Judges Torres and Neprin have already shown good reaction to the SEC, all we. What they need to do now is finish the job and shut down the SEC for good. Most people don't agree with me, but I think we're closer to that than they think. This is a good sign for the future. We need courts that aren't controlled by the U.S. government. This is important for the cryptocurrency lawsuits that are going on right now. And just so you know, this case was much bigger than any involving cryptocurrencies. It was much more important and had a lot more at stake. So I'm pretty hopeful about what will happen if the SEC keeps trying to go too far in the Bitcoin business, since courts are already willing to make decisions like this. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you liked this update. If you did, please don't forget to like and follow. It means a lot.